So, good morning to everyone. For you to know, um, viewing comprehension strategies are organized in before, during, and after. So, since Ms. Cardenas has already discussed the before and during, now we will proceed to the last part, which is the after viewing. And I will also include the extended comprehension strategies. So, all of these can be used at different times. So, by the way, I'm Dieter Ancheta from BSED English 3.1, which is the last reporter of this group. So, now let's proceed to the after viewing. So, as you can see here, in after viewing, we have four anchor strategies here, which is the summarize, analyze, create, and socialize. So first is summarize. When we say summarize, we shorten the text, or in other term, we're making it concise. No? So in viewing, um, we are doing some literary criticism. So for example, the theme is novel, and to summarize it, we need to remember and we need to remember some important details or scene of the novel, and after that we need to analyze. So when we say analyze, we need to review, no, because in viewing, just like in reading, you're not just going to read and after that that's it, you're done. Of course, it's not like that. In reading, you also need to analyze what you're reading for you to understand what is the purpose of the author, and also to give essence you're doing. So in viewing, that is the same. You need to analyze and comprehend what you've watched for you to know what does it mean, or to understand the purpose of the author. So that's it in analyze. So now let's proceed to the create. So in create, this is when you are currently doing your work. For example, you are doing some criticism. So all you need to do is to create your own idea, and aside from that, of course, own style of writing, using your own word that based on what you have watched, because you're not allowed to copy, and that is considered as plagiarism. So next is socialize. So this is when you are doing some research to find another idea based on what you watch. For example, when you mind that you're lack on idea, and or you didn't comprehend well, and you want to gain some information that will support your idea. So what you are going to do is you will find some reviews on that particular whatever you watch. So aside from that, we have here another guide. So we have some guide here. So first, retell what happened, paraphrase standout ideas. So it says here that you need to paraphrase it. When we say paraphrase, it doesn't mean that you are going to copy the important details. It When we say paraphrase, you will express your idea using different words to achieve clarity, and after that, next you will summarize main idea and key supporting details. So when we say summarize, again, it explains your idea in a shortened term. So next is recall own thinking and or emotions during video or metacognition. Um, by the way, metacognition, it is a self-monitoring or self-correcting. Um, what I mean is correcting your own learning. So metacognitive, it is a process that can be applied to learning and thinking in all discipline context. So next is categorize information and perspectives. So this will help us to figure out deeply the meaning what we have watched. For example, um, when we are watching, of course, we're not just basing on the story. Um, we should also pay attention on the norms of the character, on how they wearing clothes, and what are the traditions, no? Because that will give us another idea to truly understand the particular piece. So last is separate explicit and implicit ideas. So of course, this is to avoid conflict, misunderstanding, or to avoid conflict in understanding, sorry, because explicit describes something that is very clear, and implicit, it is a referring to something that is understood but not described clearly or directly, and often using implication or assumption. So next is extended comprehension strategies. So we have here two anchor strategies, which is reflect and critique. So in reflecting on a video will give the readers a good understanding of how you feel or what you think about the subject. And actually it is easier to do because everything that comes to your mind is okay to write as long as it is related to the video that you've watched. So next is critic. So as a student, critic is what we often do after we watch or even we read some literary piece, and all we know that there is a several types of criticism, and it is depend on the critic what they are going to use. So we use critic to evaluate somebody's work, and it is help us to increase understanding about the story, and understand also the understand also the stance of the author or the author wants to portray, you know. So that is the end of my report, and I hope you learned something. So thank you for listening, and God bless.